Hi everyone! Welcome back to Lost on the Couch. I'm David.
I'm Audrey.
I'm Zola.
I'm Hassan.
And we're here today to watch Lost Season 2, Episode 18 called Dave. Wait, that's my name. Dave.
You're in the show?
This is my flashback episode.
Is Dave...
Oh.
Wait.
I would watch a flashback episode of David Naffy.
I would too.
What do you think would it be about?
You playing piano, living in Michigan.
I always thought Dave was its own name. Is Dave short for David?
Yeah, David.
Dave is short for David.
You never
But
knew
David
this?
is already so short. Why do you need to
Exactly.
shorten it more?
But
I would
Dave
not
is
like
just
to be
one
called
syllable.
Dave. Please
Dave.
don't call me
Dave.
Dave.
In my head, it sounds like two different
What
names.
up, Dave?
Oh,
Is
right.
Naff...
Do I look like a Dave? Don't answer that,
Is
YouTube.
Naffy Taffy better?
Naffy Taffy is not better.
You look like a McNafty.
McNaff.
McNafty doesn't make any sense.
David McNafty.
Well,
Real
anyways,
nasty fella.
last episode, do you remember what happened? It's been a week.
All I can remember is that Henry Gale.
We
does
saw
not
the
look like
side
Henry
of
Gale.
the wall.
Oh, yeah, we saw
It was
the map.
called Lockdown. It was a lock episode.
I've been thinking about Henry Gale all week.
Henry Gale,
Really?
the creepy little guy,
Schmiegel.
turned out to be another, or at least he's not Henry Gale.
Maybe.
Yeah, and we also
He's another.
So the walls came down.
I know,
Henry
I'm
Gale.
so excited to see when they confront him.
Henry
Yeah.
Gale saved
Locke.
Locke.
Locke is injured.
He's injured. What happened to him?
The wall crushed his
The
leg.
wall crushed his leg.
Hey, at least he can stand.
Oh yeah, at the end he stood up.
I was really worried because of the whole Boone thing. I was like, what if he can't get up at all?
What? Who?
Like,
Like
what if
when
he's
his leg
paralyzed?
was injured, I was like, what if he's paralyzed again?
John?
Yeah,
Like the effects of the islands are wearing off?
like because
No,
he
because
got
he was
crushed.
injured.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, so we're on a time crunch today. We're going to get right into it. But first, real quick, what do you think is going to happen in this episode? It's called Dave. Whose episode is it going to be?
Whose name is Dave in this show?
I know, I was thinking about that. I have no idea. I don't think there is a Dave.
Yeah, I don't think there's a Dave
Henry
up to this
Dave.
point.
What if Henry Gale's real name is Dave?
Oh, that's a good theory.
Because they knew the name of like Ethan and the other guy. Or
The guy,
what's the
Henry-
other guy's name? That
Goodwin.
Alicia-
It was
okay,
Ethan and Goodwin were the two.
Henry
infiltrators.
Gale was the ID they found, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Dave must be Schmiegel.
His real name.
Schmiegel? I love it. His name is Schmiegel. Wait, didn't you say that last episode that he like looks like a Smeagol?
He said something. You pointed
He
it
had
out.
a
and I was
mannerism
like,
or something.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings Schmiegel kind of thing.
And then just like the way
Gollum.
that he like looked.
With the shot at the end of the episode where he's looking
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
Or when we
yeah.
were talking about the cereal.
Oh, when he was eating the cereal and he was like,
got milk.
"Do you guys have any milk?"
He's just creepy overall.
Yeah. So you were thinking about him all week.
All week I was like, who's Henry Gale?
Henry Gale's still sitting in the hatch, except yes, Saeed. He was pretty awesome. He dug up that grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "Still, I did not believe you, so I dug up that grave. What I found was a man,
Is the
a
best.
man named Henry Gale."
Said is like, I know when it's the truth. And since
Yeah.
I didn't feel guilt, there's no way that was your wife. So I
Yep.
dug it up.
That's kind of creepy. I
That
hope
is
that
true.
Henry Gale says, "How many shovelfuls of earth did it take for you to?"
Imagine Said answers exactly
He
how
was
many.
like, "I know. I knew you'd ask me
No,
this."
he wouldn't because he didn't love her.
Yeah, you're right. Or him, Henry Gale.
Oh,
Well,
that's true.
yeah.
Call me petty, but you're not Henry Gale.
Right?
What if he was just in a gay relationship with someone named Henry Gale? And
Then why
he
would
was
you go
unwilling
as
to-
Henry Gale?
Maybe they're both
If you
named
were
Henry and
in
won't
a
take the last
relationship
name.
with someone, then why would you take their identity if you lived?
Maybe they really like them.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love you so much, I am you.
Like
it.
Sawyer. Like Sawyer adapted his name after someone he hated.
That's
Maybe
true.
someone could have taken
Do it out of love.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Ready? Here
So
we go.
weird.
3, 2, 1.
You know, exercise is addictive.
Yes, you are.
She's still trying to impress her.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Some people's metabolisms are just a little slower.
I'm sick.
What?
Never mind.
Hurley, you can trust me.
She's another.
Okay.
I love her.
Oh, his
When we
staff.
first crashed here, I tried giving it all away, but I guess I kind of kept some of it for myself. Wish I could just get rid of it.
Then get rid of it. You want to change? Then change.
I knew they were gonna throw it. I was like,
Food fight!
Don't they need this food?
I know, that's what I was thinking.
This was stressing
It's alright. It's a
you.
good moment.
It is a good moment.
Son of a...
feel
I'm
free.
pregnant! I need this!
Oh,
They found something. Come on.
is it the extra stash of food? Watch him, he threw out all that food.
No,
and
they
it's
just ran past it. That'd be so funny.
It is. It's
Oh.
the extra stats.
I forgot that this happened.
Are you a part of an experiment?
Lost had some kind of blast off stuff in the hatch. Maybe it was because of this. So no one would see you drop it.
See, that's what I said. No one would see who's dropped it. They put it on the inside.
Let's have a little order here.
Why not early? He's done it before. He can do it again.
No way.
I'm sure everyone can manage to just take what they need.
Then we can sing Kumbaya and do trust falls.
Honestly, Sawyer, you're the one who's caused the most
I know,
trouble.
he's, yeah.
Say you wrong.
Who's that?
Ew.
Another?
No, someone from the mental hospital. He looked like he was wearing the outfits that they wear at the hospital. See?
Oh, you're
Is that the
right.
numbers guy?
She's going like, what the hell is Hurley looking at and walking towards?
Yeah.
Hey!
The shoe. It's the same as how,
Was it?
from
Jack.
Jack's
Jack's
dad.
dad, yeah.
What you doing?
I kind of don't want to talk about it.
So the island won't let you lose weight, destroy your stash, and bang, food falls from the sky. I'm proud of you. You're not freaking out.
He's like, I am freaking out.
I know she put me in here for a reason.
What reason was that?
It's a big question. Man.
The accident.
The accident.
You want to talk about that today? Remember what you're supposed to do?
Well, Dave didn't do it. He said it was a
Dave.
stupid idea. Dave's the most normal person in this place, man.
Doesn't want you to change, does he?
You want the gay man? Go for it. Something tells me no one will care. Give it to the guy who's not even in the game! Brooks said, you're like negative. Well, duh. Crap getting inside your head, man. Do not let it. You got much more important things to think about.
Like what?
Like what? Chicken or shrimp? Sour cream or hot sauce? Yeah, I guess you could eat. Yeah, I thought so.
What if Dave's not real at all and he's like his imaginary friend that keeps him in the...
Like eating unhealthy food and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a small fracture. This will keep the swelling down until I can get a splint on it. There's a wheelchair back at the
No.
camp. I don't need a wheelchair.
We took a pair of crutches from the fuselage when we moved down the beach.
He could have escaped. Came back to help me. Why would he do that? He came back because he thought his story was going to check out.
He was dead already.
So he was already dead. You really should have checked his wallet before you did that. Well, you were right. I'm hiking to one of the beaches to start a signal fire. Yours, Henry. How did Henry Gale write a note to his wife with a broken neck?
I love Saeed.
Wasn't me. I didn't kill him. I'm just, how many of you are there? I tell you about them, you have no idea what he'll do.
Ew.
You mean their leader, the guy with the beard?
He's no one.
You have 3 seconds to answer my question. 1.
He'll kill me!
I'll kill you.
What the hell's wrong with you?
What's going on? Heard it?
What?
He's a liar.
It's fine, just get him out of here.
Jack! I've got it covered, John.
Yeah, someone answer him.
Shut up.
Good.
Saeed, like, move where he knew that she'd stop him. And it was like a good
No,
cop, bad cop.
I don't think
That
so.
was scary.
He actually pulled the trigger.
I know.
Why don't you help me?
What are you making? It's a Starbucks. You gonna tell me?
Would you help a person if they wouldn't tell you what they were doing?
If it was that, probably. I'd be like, sure.
Yeah, what if he was
I
building
need
something
something
to
to
kill
do.
people?
I would trust Echo.
That sounds disgusting.
It's goldfish.
Goldfish.
Oh, that was like fish flavored crap. Goldfish, you guys are right.
You okay, Hurley?
He's like, yeah, just going for a
Did I ever
jog.
see a guy run through here in a bathrobe with a coconut?
No. So a pole bear on rollerblades with a mango.
Oh yeah, that's right. You just play dumb. I'm on to your juju, man.
I think he's imaginary because he's never playing the games.
I think you're right. I think
And he
he's
threw the ball over him to Hurley.
You want to get out of here with me? Don't take the horse tranquilizer.
Dr. Brooks? Dr. Brooks does not care about you, man.
Something wrong with your meds there?
Me and Dave were just, talking.
Well, there, Dave.
Hello there, Dr. Brooks.
And how are you today?
Never been saner.
I've been taking some pictures. Got everyone except you two.
Moment of truth. He's gonna take a Polaroid. He's not gonna be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Chief.
The revolution has begun, man.
I wanted to see the picture.
I like how they zoomed in on that camera.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's called clonazepam. So you can calm down. You're seeing things aren't supposed to be there.
See?
you see it.
Ain't like a bald guy in a bathrobe.
You mean like that guy there?
wow.
He's such a jerk. I knew he was gonna do that. This might be my favorite Hurley episode ever.
This is hilarious.
Well, you were being a jerk.
I'm not crazy.
Nobody likes Sawyer anymore.
I'm not crazy.
You look like you got your ass kicked.
Don't you got an adventure to get to? I didn't do nothing.
Oh, yeah.
For no reason at all.
The man is crazy.
I mean, I don't think anyone believes Sawyer anyways.
No.
What happened to Sawyer? You beat him up?
Guess you know what happened then.
Look, I don't want to talk, okay?
Alright, peanut butter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd
Peanut
take the
butter's
peanut
okay.
butter.
What?
It's a lot of peanut butter.
There's a lot of protein where I'm going. He's gonna live alone and be one of those guys, naked and throws duty at people.
Hurley, you don't have to do this.
Just leave me alone. You can't help me. No one can.
Clonazepam can. The Candyman can.
I wonder why he just started seeing Dave.
He's
You know?
salvaging it? He likes peanut butter more than I do for sure.
You wouldn't salvage that?
Not that, no. Oh,
I would.
I wouldn't do that.
They're not here!
Sorry, dude. I am here.
I like chicken.
No, that last one wasn't about you, Hugo.
I like chicken.
How did it feel writing that? Was that difficult? Comfortable with your appearance?
I can't really do anything about it, right? If I wasn't so fat, they never would have died.
There were 23 people on that deck, and it would have collapsed whether you went out there or not.
But I killed them.
It was an accident.
That was my fault.
But after those people died, you stopped talking, you stopped going out, but you never stopped dating.
Dave's right about you. You're nothing but a quack.
Let me show you something. This is the photo. Dave isn't your friend, Hugo. Dave doesn't exist.
See?
Good call.
That's so crazy to be told that.
Hey,
you
it's good
imagine?
that he listened though, you know?
You're a hallucination. Ow, damn it. We can do this all night. Dr. Brooks showed me a picture from the rec room. My arm was around like nothingness.
Hey, you in or you out, dude? That is a waste, man. One for the road. Okay, man, you got the keys on, right? You took them off Brooks's desk earlier. Come on, man, open it, open it. That is freedom, baby. You know what tastes even better than freedom? Cheeseburgers.
I don't think I can do this.
What, are you kidding me?
You're not real.
Did you take those pills, man?
No, man, I'm just not coming. You don't want me to get better. You don't want me to change.
You don't need to change, man.
You just want me to stay fat. You wouldn't care if I ate myself to death.
Do not do this, man. You will never get out of here.
Hey, you locked him out.
I know you're freaking out right now, and I'm sorry, but you remember that night you closed that window on me?
That was a breakthrough. A little while later, Brooks let me out, and I got better.
Okay, good, great, yeah. None of that ever happened. You're still at Santa Rosa, man. You never left the hospital.
What if the whole
That's-
island was just, this is the end of the whole show?
No,
not
but that's
possible.
such
It's hard,
a
I know,
crazy like
but,
thing for
I
your
mean,
brain to trick itself
all
into.
this,
Yeah.
none of it's happening. The second you closed that window, your brain popped a gasket.
I won the lottery.
What numbers did you play? From the hospital? What a coincidence. You, seen him around anywhere else?
The hatch.
Bingo! The hatch. And what's the code for the button? The numbers.
I've been exercising. Libby says it won't happen
All
overnight.
right. A mega cute blonde chick who magically appeared from the other side of the island. And who just happens to have the hots for you.
Man.
This is all in my brain.
Pretty convincing.
Rock
Yeah.
every tree. I'm part of your subconscious, man. I'm the party that wants to wake up, man.
The big finale! The answer to all your problems.
No.
But wait for you to wake up.
Wow.
I don't want to kill myself.
This is gonna bring you back to life. Is to tell your mind that you don't believe any of this.
I'll just wake up.
This is kind of what I thought was going to happen when he opened the window,
want you to
but then
wake
it really was just one story, so I was
Come
like,
find
oh.
me. Seen another life early.
I hate when they cut between things during important things.
I want to talk to you.
I don't think that's on today's program.
Well, all due respect to Aunt Lucia, but I don't care what you think.
She's like, okay, I'll just tip you over.
5 minutes. You and your people have been here for God knows how long, and you got caught in a net.
God doesn't know. He can't see this island any better than the rest of the world can.
Your people were looking for this place.
This place is a joke. The timer went all the way down to 0, and then some funny red pictures flipped up in its place. There was a loud magnet, a big magnet. It was really very frightening. And you know what happened next? Nothing happened, John. Flipped back to 108. I never pressed the button.
You're lying.
No, I'm done lying.
Would it make you stop pressing it, or would you?
I would stop pressing it.
What is going on?
No! You're just a part of me that's scared.
You're having some sort of panic attack. But this isn't like you. Please, you're gonna hurt yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm just imagining it. This isn't real life. Because in real life, no girl like you would ever like
She's
me.
gonna kiss him, and he's gonna back away from the ledge.
Remember when I said I knew you from somewhere? It's because I made you up.
On the other side of the island, Echo brought a man with a broken leg to me for help. What was his name?
Don't know.
Because it happened to me. So don't tell me that that wasn't real. You made me up. It's insulting. I am real. The way I feel about you, that's real.
Oh, why is that so cute?
It was real.
Hurley better give Dave some
Maybe
props.
you should do it one more time.
They can just-
He said maybe you should do it one more time.
Do you really think I can, change?
Yeah, I do.
Why don't you
She
get a
just
little
have a bad
closer together?
face. I'm telling you, she was here.
I think she was a nurse.
I don't
Maybe
think she
one
was
of
a
the
nurse.
psychologists.
I think she's a patient.
Oh, she is.
You said that the minute he said that.
I was like, she's not a psychologist. She just knows a lot from being there. See, and then he was like, I think I recognize you. And she was like, maybe from the plane. No, it's from the mental hospital. But how did they end up on the same plane going the same place?
Dang.
That was a lot.
What does SOS stand for?
Save our souls.
You are
Oh.
such a troll. What'd you think of the episode? Real quick thoughts. Quick
I
thoughts.
had a question, but I forgot it.
That was
Right.
crazy.
Crazy. Okay, first of all, Audrey, you literally called that twist
Like-
freaking 5 episodes ago.
Before
Yeah.
there was even a
This is
plot.
why people think you are lying and have seen this entire show.
It was so suspicious when he was like, I think I've seen you before. I also was excited because I called that Hurley was a patient in the mental institution,
Yeah.
not working there.
We didn't know that officially.
When did we find that out?
Just now.
In his first,
Oh, that he was a patient too.
yeah,
Yeah.
because in his first episode,
I like how it's just like, oh yeah, he was. Like the
It's
whole
just
episode.
anything about Hurley. I
actually,
can predict.
no. At the
Just like
end,
Hurley.
no, the first episode of season 2, he tells Jack he was in a mental hospital.
Oh, that is true.
First
That is
episode of
true. That is
season 2.
true.
But yeah.
But we didn't
this is
know
the first time
why
we
or
saw it
anything.
or why. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when he saw Dave, I was like, he's not real.
Yeah, I love how convincing Dave's story is. That's something that stands out to me because when I was watching this, I was like, that's so true. Like, all the numbers are everywhere. Libby just appears from the other side of the island, and like, he seems to know who she is, and like his story is actually really, and it makes sense that Hurley's brain was kind of like.
But it's crazy
feeding him
when
this
you think
information.
about it because, like, it's not Dave, it's Hurley's brain. And Hurley's brain is just so overwhelmed with all the situation on the island that he's like, I have to make some sort of explanation for this. And I feel like when he can't explain things, like when he can't figure out answers to his thoughts, like Dave appears. Like when he couldn't, like his psychiatrist was talking to him and being like, these people died and you went into like basically a coma.
Yeah.
And then that's when Dave appeared because he couldn't understand like how did these people die because of me and like this and
His
this
brain
and this.
wasn't processing it.
I see.
Yeah. And so Dave appeared and was like telling him all these like little things and
Yeah.
I was thinking like, is this like how some people who commit suicide, like, is this their final thoughts before they do it? Like, I'm gonna wake up by doing this kind of thing? You know, like.
That's a very interesting, like.
Because if I were him and I was like, I had like what is that, split personality or schizophrenia? When you can hear and see someone?
Yeah.
Schizophrenia would be something like that. You think someone is like telling you to do something that's not really real.
Yeah, and then like the way the guy was rationalizing it to him, and he was like, dude, just you just gotta jump and you'll wake out of this nightmare. And it's like, I'm thinking like, this is such a nightmare, this island. Like, why would he like, he's been in the mental institute. The numbers.
Yeah.
Like, the numbers,
Like
you
I
gotta
said,
punch it in. I'm like,
convincing, yeah.
compelling argument. And like, is this how some people like go like, oh yeah, by jumping, I'm not killing myself, I'm freeing myself kind of thing.
I don't think it's really interesting too though, because like I don't feel like Hurley has schizophrenia. I feel like he has a weird version of like PTSD. Because Dave appeared after a tragedy of like him killing people, and now there's a trauma of him crashing on an island.
I do think that there is more of a correlation to the food aspect of it, because Dave first appeared on. I mean, they've been there for 2 months on the island, and Dave first appeared after he successfully destroyed his food, and then all of a sudden more food, more problems, and like that kind of like threw him off, I think, and like Dave started.
Yeah, because he was finally feeling like he was changing. Right. And then as soon as he was like, I can't change, Dave appeared.
Yeah, he kind of lost hope,
yeah, it was interesting though, because we really thought Dave was going to be the name of Henry, but we really haven't learned much more about Henry at all.
Perfect segue. Saeed though.
Perfect
Saeed
segue.
in the way that he like asked him questions, let himself dig himself into a hole, and then just answered it. Yeah.
Not only did he dig up the grave, he went through the dead man's wallet to find his ID and then check through to find the $20 bill.
Okay, so what I need to think through, because I was like trying to think about this as it was happening, but I don't know, it happened so fast. Henry Gale was claiming that Henry Gale was like dead upon arrival. They found him, buried his body, and he took his identity. But what Saeed is saying is he was not dead upon arrival because he had a note to Jennifer. Yeah. And you knew that he had a note to Jennifer because you took Jennifer's name as your own wife.
Somehow he knew that, yeah.
But what I am confused is that that note didn't really say anything about the island.
Yeah, it said he was going to the beach.
To start the fire.
Yeah.
To start the fire.
Oh, okay, that's what I missed. Because in my mind I was like, he could have written that before he crashed.
No, yeah.
He was going to the beach to start the fire.
And the first thing he said was, I guess air travel's not good.
Yeah.
That was the first thing he said.
That makes sense.
So Saeed basically let him dig himself that hole, and then
was like, wrong.
I'm gonna put a bullet through your head now.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But because of that, because of him constantly lying, and then even though he was like, I'm done lying, if I was John Locke, I would not believe him.
So let's talk about, before we get to that, we got some interesting nuggets from him about the others. Just a little bit. What did he say?
He said he will kill me. He will, you don't understand what he will do.
Yeah, he was implying a higher power, and they're like, and Ana Lucia's like the guy with the beard.
He's like, he's nothing.
Yeah.
And then he said, even God doesn't know how long we've been here.
Yeah, God can't see this island any more than the rest of the world.
That was crazy.
Is God a person? Does he actually mean God?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, that's the thing. I was curious as to whether he was thinking about the guy.
And God
right.
is God.
Is he talking about he or God, or is it the same person? That's
are they actually just all in a cult, and this he is just a higher power that they believe in?
So, because that's what I thought the first time he said even God doesn't know how long we've been here.
Yeah.
You know?
Your first thought went to that? Interesting.
Thinking maybe that guy that they refer to as he is maybe
like a
God
leader.
To them.
Yeah.
Or Vincent.
Maybe Vincent is who all the others bow down to.
Dude, where has Vincent been?
Seriously.
Running the show.
Suspicious dog.
You're right.
He's like,
You're right. Where is
Walt.
We haven't seen Michael, Walt, or Vincent in a long time.
You're right. What's Michael
I feel like they're
doing?
going to show up at the end of the season.
Probably. Season
With
finale.
an SOS sign on their head.
Question, Hassan, you said, the other...
Why do you keep saying this? I feel like there's some
Title of
show...
the next episode.
Yeah.
I was like, why do you keep saying this?
The other thing Henry Gale said was that he didn't push the button. In fact, he described all the events that we saw when the hieroglyphs
and then he
went.
said nothing.
And then he was like, and then it just went back to 108. He never pressed the button. And you looked at me. I didn't look back at you, Hassan, but you were like, to me, I don't know why.
Well, to all of you.
Oh,
but you're at the end of the line.
You know what's interesting about that though? Locke, I don't know if it was just me, but Locke kind of had a knowing face, a knowing look on his face when the guy was saying that. Because when the guy was saying nothing happened, Locke himself knows that something happened, right? Because he saw the blue lights go on and the map, right?
Yeah.
So the guy saying like this is a joke, like nothing happened. Locke himself now knows that guy doesn't know, or he's lying because he knows that something happened.
Well, the question is, this is the tough question. Like that blue light, it happened. It happened when the doors were down. Did it happen? Would it happen if the doors weren't down? Would it happen if the doors were down and they were still pushing the button? Would it? But it did seem to happen when they didn't press it, or when the hieroglyphs
I have
kind of.
no idea.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, the lights didn't go
was
out
that
until
because
later.
of the?
Yeah.
Would it have projected further if the door wasn't there? Or not projected, but it was just a black light. It wasn't being projected.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It was like.
So would he have seen it if the doors hadn't been down?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And another
No, because
question
it was
is
on the door.
Yeah.
Right. So was the blue light caused by the button not being pushed?
Oh, I think so because it wasn't dark. Like the walls had already come down and it didn't get dark.
and the stuff came outside. So it's like, why those
Yes,
two events?
okay, so that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. So remember last episode, we were all talking about after we looked at the map, I was like, yeah, it seems like they were keeping them inside so that they couldn't see the thing being dropped.
Yep,
And then Charlie said the same thing this episode at the beginning. But the weird thing is that
Wait,
like
what did Charlie say at the beginning of the episode?
he said
oh,
it's
Locke
like
said
they
something.
were keeping us inside so that
They're
we
like,
wouldn't see them come drop it off or whatever.
Yeah, maybe the
Where
lockdown.
was everyone that was outside? They just didn't see
That's
it?
what I'm saying. So like if only John Locke and Henry Gale were inside, how did no one
else-
see what was going on outside?
But if it dropped from far above, would you be able to?
You should be able to see something from the beat.
I
at
was
least.
gonna say,
Right.
honestly, I feel like if I were stranded on an island, I would see anything that was coming from the sky because I'd be like,
Yeah.
someone's coming to find us. And then it's just food, and you're like, that's great, but that's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It-
But maybe not, because we don't really know when the hot air balloon landed. It could have been after the plane.
It was before. He said
It
it
was
was like
before?
4 months ago. He said Henry Gale. Of course, he was
Well,
lying.
I was gonna say, who trusts Henry Gale?
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But also, you don't. They dropped it through a parachute, and
Yeah.
we don't really know the ways and what they're using to drop that.
Yeah.
It did have that blinky light on it.
Yep, it did have a blinking light. Interesting. Good stuff. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We're going to go right into the next episode. Appreciate our YouTube subscribers. Go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. And you can also join our Patreon. We're several episodes ahead. In fact, we might be into season 3 by now. Who knows?
Ooh,
So check us
probably.
out on Patreon for full-length episodes. And we'll see you next time.